Good morning, students. We'll be continuing from where we have left off in the previous class. So we're going to start with exercise 2.1. Okay. Before starting exercise 2.1, make sure that you have watched all the other videos and you have revised everything like addition, subtraction, etc., fractions, right? So now let's look at the first question. First question is to solve. So let's solve this. How do you solve it? First of all, 2. You can see 2. 2 can be written as 2 by 1. We have already seen this. Then 3 by 5 you write as it is. Now when you have two fractions, what do? First you take the LCM of the denominators, right? So what is the LCM of the denominators? 1 and 5, the LCM of 1 and 5 is 5, right? LCM of 1 and 5 is 5. So that is the reason why the common denominator became 5, right? You can see here. Now, after taking the LCM, what do? 1 into how much is 5? 1 into 5 is 5, right? So that 5 you write it here, and 2 you write it here, and you multiply them. Then 5 into how much is 5? 5 into 1 is 5. So you write the 1 here, and you write the numerator here, and you multiply them again. When you have the multiplication symbol, you always multiply first, right? So 2 into 5, 10. 3 into 1, 3. And 10 minus 3, 7 by 5. So you get 7 by 5, right? Now this question itself, you can solve it in one more way. Let's see. Now look at this same question. One more way you can solve this. This way is to multiply this with this number. Why? Because this one does not have a denominator, right? The denominator is 1. So you can multiply it instead of taking the LCM. So 5 into 2 is 10, right? Then 3 will remain as it is. You write 3 as it is. And the new denominator, whatever denominator you multiply, the denominator will remain the same. Okay. So this way also you can do it. Now you can solve it normally. After doing that, 10 minus 3 is 7 by 5. So you get 7 by 5. Same answer, right? So instead of taking the LCM, this is a much easier method. And this is used, when is this method used? This is used when one number is expressed as fraction and the other number is expressed as a normal number. Okay. Now another question. 4 plus 7 by 8. How do you solve this? Second question. 4 plus 7 by 8. Again the same way, like I taught you what to do. When one is expressed as a fraction and the other one is a non-fraction, what do? You just multiply it, right? So what did I do here? 4 and 8 I multiplied it. 8 fours are 32. I wrote 32 here. 7 as it is, and the whole divided by the denominator as it is 8, right? So now 32 plus 7 is 39 by 8. So we get 39 by 8 here, right? Now another question. Now you can see both the questions, both the numbers here are fractions, and we have solved these kind of questions. A lot of questions in the previous videos. So you must know this, how to solve. So let's solve it. 5 and 7, as you can see, are the denominators. So you take the LCM of 5 and 7. So how do you take the LCM of 5 and 7? Since 5 and 7 are not in the same tables, you just multiply them, right? So 5 into 7, 35. So that is our LCM. Now, 5 into how much is 35? 5 into 7 is 35. So you write 7 here. And this 3, you write it here, right? Now, 7 into how much is 35? 7 into 5 is 35. So you write 5 here. And this 2, you write it here, right? Now, after multiplying, we get the answer. So let's multiply. 3 into 7, 21. 2 into 5, 10. 35 remains as it is. So 21 plus 10 is 31. So 31 by 35 is your answer, right? So very simple. First you take the LCM, then you solve it. That's the only method. Now again, subtraction. The only difference is the sign. The rest, all the procedures are the same. How do? 11 and 15, you take the LCM. As you can see, 11 and 15 are again not in the same table, so you just multiply them. What is the LCM? LCM is 11 into 15, right? 11 into 15. And what is 11 into 15? 165. So you get the LCM 165. Now after getting 165, 11 into how much is 165? 11 into 15 is 165. 15 into how much is 165? 15 into 11 is 165. So you write both the numbers, then numerators as it is, you write it below, 9, 4, right? So now after that you multiply normally. 9 into 15 is 135. 9 into 15, 135. 4 into 11, 44. 135 plus 44, 179 by 165. So you have your answer, 179 by 165 is your answer. Now, three numbers, three fractions. You don't have to worry at all when you see 3 or 4 fractions. Same method, only a little bit of difference. Same method, right? 10, 5 and 2 are the denominators. So you take the LCM of the denominators. 10, 5 and 2. What is the LCM of 10, 5 and 2? Let's see. 10, 5, 2. So you can take 5, right? 5 2s are 10. 5 1s are 5. And 2 does not go, so 2 itself. Now again, 2, you can take 2. 2 1s are 2. 1, 2 1s are 2. So all are 1, so you stop it. And what is the LCM? You multiply it. 5 into 2, 10. 10 into 1, 10. 10 into 1, 10. And 10 into 1, again 10. So you can see LCM is 10. Right? So 10 is the LCM. You can see that. So 10 is the LCM. Now the same process. How do you do? 10 into how much is 10? 10 into 1 is 10. 5 into how much is 10? 5 into 2 is 10. Then 2 into how much is 10? 2 into 5 is 10. So you write all the numbers there. Then the numerators as it is 7, 7, 2, 2, 3, 3 and you multiply them, right? So after multiplication you get 7 into 1, 7. 2 into 2, 4. 3 into 5, 15. So 7 plus 4 plus 15, 26. 26 by 10 is your answer, right? Now 26 by 10, you cut it and you write 13 by 5. Why? Because 2 13s are 26 and 2 5s are 10, right? So you get 13 by 5 as your answer. Now let's look at the next question. Now you can see both the fractions are mixed fractions. So first you need to convert it into improper fractions, right? You need to convert it into improper fractions. So let's see. How do you convert? You already know, we have already learned 2 into 2 by 3. 2, 2 by 3, how do you convert? You multiply these two and you add with this, right? So that is the way you need to do it. So 3 into 2 plus 2. 2 into 3 plus 1. So that is how you do it. So here 3 into 2 plus 2, right? 3 into 2 plus 2. Here also 2 into 3 plus 1. So 2 into 3 plus 1. So 3. Whenever you see multiplication, you solve multiplication first, right? So 3 into 2, 6 plus 2. 3 into 2, 6 plus 1. 6 plus 2, 8. 6 plus 1, 7. 3 as it is, 2 as it is. Now you can see normal fractions addition and you solve it using the LCM method like we have done so far, right? So 3 into 2, you take the LCM, 3 into 2 is 6. So you write 6. Then you see 3 into how much is 6? 3 into 2 is 6. So you write 2 here and you multiply it with the numerator, right? 2 into how much is 6? 2 into 3 is 6. So you write 3 here and you multiply it with the numerator. Now again multiplication. So 8 into 2, 16. 7 into 3, 21. 16 plus 21, you get 37. So 37 by 6 is your answer, right? Now let's look at the next question. Okay, now in this question, we are told to arrange the given fractions in descending order, right? So what is descending order? Descending order means to arrange it from big to small, right? Now, to arrange the fractions from big to small, you know that you need to compare these fractions. You have to know which one is big and which one is small, right? So now let's look at it We've already learned how to compare fractions. We know that in order to compare fractions, first we need to convert them into like fractions, right? What are like fractions again? Let's revise. Like fractions are all the fractions which have the same denominators, right? So that means in order to see which one is the bigger number here or which one is the smaller number here, first we need to convert these fractions, these three fractions, 2 by 9, 2 by 3 and 8 by 21 into like fractions, right? And in order to convert it into like fractions, what should we do? We should convert their denominators into the same number, right? So let's do that now. So look here. First of all, in order to convert them into like fractions or in order to convert them, their new denominators into the same numbers, what should we do first? First, we should take the LCM of the denominators, right? What is the LCM of 9, 3 and 21? You already know how to find LCM, so I'm not going to find the LCM here, okay? So 9, 3 and 21, when you find the LCM, you're going to find the LCM like this. 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 3 7s are 21, and you have to multiply all of this. So when you multiply, you get 63. So 63 is the LCM. You know how to find the LCM already, right? So when you find the LCM, you find that the LCM is 63. Now, in order to convert all the denominators, we have to convert this 9 into 63, this 3 also to 63, and this 21 also to 63, because 63 is the LCM, right? So in order to convert it into LCM 63, what should we do? In order to convert 9 into 63, what should you do? You should multiply 9 by 7, right? 9 into 7 is 63. So you should multiply 9 by 7, right? So let me tell that to you once more. First, what should you do? You should look at the three given fractions, right? This and this are the three given fractions. Now in these fractions, first, in order to compare it and to find the greater and the smaller numbers, you should first of all convert the denominators same into the same number. If the denominators are not same, you have to make it same. Why? In order to convert these fractions into like fractions, right? So in order to convert it into like fractions, you need to make the denominators same. So first of all, to convert it into same denominator, what should you do? You should find the LCM. And what is the LCM one we found? We found that the LCM is 63. So our purpose now is to convert this 9 into 63. You have to make this 9 63. You have to make this 3 also 63. And you have to make this 21 also 63. So now let's one by one convert all of those into 63, right? So first one is 9. In order to make 9 into 63, what should you do? So first of all, you need to convert this 9 into 63, right? So in order to convert 9 to 63, what should you do? You should multiply 9 by 7, right? 9 you should multiply it with 7. So when you multiply 9 with 7, you get 63. So now you know that denominator, whenever you do anything to the denominator, you have to do the same thing to the numerator also. So when you multiply 9, with 7, what should you do? You should multiply 2 in the numerator also with 7, right? So that's what you have done here. 2 also we have multiplied it with 7 and 9 also we have multiplied it with 7. Why? Because 9 I had to convert to 63, and for that I need to multiply by 7. And when I multiply the denominator by 7, I need to do the same thing to the numerator also. So I multiply the numerator also by 7. So now you get 2 into 7 and here 9 into 7, and 2 into 7 is 14, 9 into 7 is 63. So you get 14 by 63. So now you can see that 2 by 9 has become 14 by 63. And when you cut it with 7, when you cut it by 7, 7 2s are 14 and 7 9s are 63. So can you see 2 by 9? So that means 2 by 9 and 14 by 63 are equivalent fractions. We have seen what equivalent fractions are, right? Their value is the same but they look different. So their value is what? Their value is 2 by 9 itself. When you cut, you get 2 by 9 itself. 7 2s are and 7 9s are, so 2 by 9, you can see that. So the value is the same, it's 2 by 9, but their looks are different. One is written as 2 by 9 and one is written as 14 by 63. That's the only difference, right? So anyway, you have converted 2 by 9 into 14 by 63. So like that itself, 2 by 3 also you have to do. So 3 you have to convert it into 63. So what do? You multiply it by 21. So when 3 you multiply it by 21, you get 63. Why 63? Because LCM is 63, right? Now when you do something to the denominator, you have to do the same thing to the numerator also. So you multiply the numerator also by 21. So 2 into 21. Now 2 into 21, 42. 3 into 21, 63. So 42 by 63. Now again 8 by 21 also you have to convert it into something by 63, right? 63 is the denominator. So in order to convert 21 into 63, you have to multiply it by 3. And when you do something to the denominator, you have to do the same thing to the numerator also. So 8 into 3. So 8 into 3, 24. 21 into 3, 63. So you can see that here 2 by 9 became 14 by 63. 2 by 3 became 42 by 63. And 8 by 21. 8 by 21 became 24 by 63, right? So 14 by 63, 42 by 63, and 24 by 63. So when you cut it, you get the same, these fractions itself you get it, right? So when you cut it, you get the same fractions itself. So that means you have converted these fractions. Now let's see further. Now you can see that you have the three fractions have been converted. 2 by 9 has been converted to 14 by 63. 2 by 3 has been converted to 42 by 63. And 8 by 21 has been converted to 24 by 63. Now once it has been converted and all the denominators are same, you can start comparing, right? So now we can compare. How do you compare? We have already seen in the previous video, I have already showed you how to compare. You take all the numerators 14, 42, 24 and you compare them. So 42 is the biggest, greatest, then comes 24, then comes 14. So you can see that since 42, 24 and 14 are in this order, the fractions will also be in the same order, right? So 42 is greater than 24 is greater than 14. So therefore 42 by 63 is greater than 24 by 63 and that is greater than 14 by 63. So you can see that this is the order of the fractions. So that means instead of 42 by 63 I can write 2 by 3. 42 by 63 is 2. 2 by 3 itself equal to, you can see that, right? So instead of this I can write 2 by 3. Instead of this I can write 8 by 21. And instead of this I can write 2 by 9, right? Because 2 by 9, 2 by 3 and 8 by 21 are the real fractions, right? So you write it back, you convert it back and you write it. Now you can see you have already compared. So 2 by 3 is the greatest one, 8 by 21 is the second one, and 2 by 9 is the third one. So we have arranged them in descending order. Descending order means big to small. So you have arranged them. How did you arrange it? First 2 by 3, then 8 by 21, then 2 by 9. So greater to smallest, right? So bigger to small. So now you have got it in descending order. So this is the way that you need to compare and you need to do it, okay? So we'll be continuing from the next question in the next class. So make sure that you have watched all of these parts and you have understood, and in the next class we'll be continuing, okay?